good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your area. Hey, it's Soul again. Just wanted to make a little video talking about the Fairy Tale Collab event that is about to end in less than an hour. And I just finished up the last of the grinding for the day. You know, just cleaned up any daily tasks and such. And let me say that I didn't quite enjoy this event. Now, the reason for that is mainly due to the heavy amount of grinding, which I didn't mind in the past, but oh boy, was I annoyed by this. Yes, mainly because of Wendy and Gajeel that were just for bosses that you have to face at the end of a grindy dungeon. They were not enjoyable, as they can take you up to 6 turns or more just to completely kill them. And the issue is that they have the same situation going on where it's Lucy and Urza, where Lucy will automatically revive Urza if she falls to 50% HP. I don't know why they had to copy and paste that to this third challenge where it wasn't enjoyable for a bit. I was only able to clear it because I had to set up a mono fire squad to more effectively deal with Gajeel, because he is a major issue when it comes to this. If I can just show you what the squad is looking like. I'm not going to go into a dungeon right away. This squad right here, by the way, was the squad I used to face Agnologia, or however you pronounce his name. I have not watched the anime, by the way, so I don't know anything about it. It's a great anime, but this is, the squad, like I said, that I went with for the fight against Agnologia each day. Of what my strategy consisted of, it was just using Elena's UBB multiple times so the squad can survive. And I basically used UBB multiple times because I was able to use units like the Sylvanar or Alanon, and a friend unit who has an OD gauge fill by 10% or more, pardon me there, and Elena herself to fill the OD gauge for me. So overall, the fight was easy, but took way too long to do it. For a boss that you're supposed to face daily, this is a time-consuming battle, as it can take you a lot of turns, and recently it took me up to 60 XD roughly, just because I brought in a different friend unit. And that friend unit was a Bjorn Linlin, but I didn't really have much of a choice. There were not a lot of good people on my friend list for some reason that would help me. I even had to refresh the list by closing the game out a little bit ago, and pardon me for a second. Pardon me right there. Had to go and do something, so yeah, again, sorry for the awkward pause. So where was I? Oh yes, I was just saying how I was using this squad to effectively take down Agnologia. As I recall. Well, I'm not gonna dwell on it too long, since I think I might have said everything that needed to be said. But yes, this was a squad I used to take down Wendy and Gajeel, you know, pretty effectively right here. Here, Amus for mitigation, as I don't got any better Earth Fire mitigator as of now, especially for a non-limited edition one. Don't have rain. But as you can see, for the other members of the squad, I took in Larissa, Blaze for my leader, Grant, and for a lot of additional damage, because you know his attack stack is pretty darn high, and Sierra. And you might be surprised that I took Sierra with me, but the reason why I took it with me was for the add-all elements to attack buff, for one, because that would be pretty useful on her. Plus, not to mention, she boosts elemental damage, I think all of it, and not just one single element, like her UBB does for some reason now. Don't know why they changed that if she was a multi-elemental user. Was, I say. But, her extra skill is actually pretty darn useful. Well, for one, she gives the adds defense ignoring effect to attack for 3 turns to BB and SBB for everybody. So, or, you know, just, she adds that effect to her BB and SBB and can give it to everybody. And then there is that 35% boost to attack and boost to critical hit rate for fire types. That's pretty good. It's like a mini version of what Grant has right here, where he gives his 50% attack to all allies, except he doesn't give a critical hit rate to all allies. But still, equally effective right there. And all in all, these were the 2 squads that I mainly used throughout the event. Except I did have to change my squad around a little bit for Zerov since he was a bit easier and less time consuming compared to Analogia. And again, I just didn't enjoy it. The grind was way too long on it, even with speed up on for a few requests because it just took too long on. Compared to other events, this was probably a little bit too tedious in the terms of how much time it consumed. Hopefully next time, Gumi can probably... So I'm just keeping an eye out in case I have to stop the video again for some reason. But, as I was saying, I just felt, like I said, it was just too tedious because of how much time they all consumed. And for how difficult the bosses were, which, you know, I don't blame Gumi for giving us a challenge, but if it's for a grinding dungeon, it's not the best place to put that there. FFBE does it better where I can clear the events pretty well on the legend difficulty without having to consume more than 1 turn for each wave. And that's a good thing, because I don't want things to be dragged out. I want to get it done, get it over with, and move on. FFBE doesn't waste all my time, which is a good thing. But this game is kind of waiting on me for time, especially since I've been doing other things as of late. Which, real quick, I'm actually curious. Let me think. I have 19 gems. And yes, I've tried summoning for them in the past. And you all remember my old, very old video on Zeruria if you've been following this channel for a while. So you know what? Let's just, do 1 summon together, shall we? Just trying to... Okay. And give me a dupe, why don't ya? Yay for dupes! I have not seen Ariana for so long. That's the issue. I keep getting so many other dupes that... You know, it just feels so frustrating nowadays, just to get dupes and not being able to use them, like, oh, you can use your journalist tomes on them. But, in all honesty, I feel like that's way too consuming of Zelling karma for people. When you use when you do the duplicate evolution. But nowadays, from what I'm seeing, being no Zell and karma cost, which is a godsend, because in the past, this was pretty horrible that they double charged you for that. In terms of your in-game currency, I mean. At least Ariana is gonna go towards something else. And I think that was my 14th summon for Urza. Well, so long, Urza. All I'm hoping, Gumi, is that you guys is just, please, for the love of Arceus, and this is my last message of the video, just do us a favor and maybe give us an Omni update, just update the information for units like maybe Caprata right here, or better yet, give us Mikhail's Omni evolution next. Because I would love to have a Mikhail Omni. Because I bet he would actually be pretty good as a Thunder Mitigator. As long as you guys do him justice, that is. As in, him being a very good, non-limited edition Thunder Mitigator. Because Urza is one of the best Thunder Mitigators. Even though people can get by with Cabratum, I just feel as though Cabratum just doesn't do it enough for us. So let's see. She's a stat debuffer. She can lower damage from DOT, if I recall. That's only on her SBB. Oh, sorry. Anyways, I'm done talking. I'm not gonna get too deep into this, so I'm just gonna leave off on a more positive note that my workload is getting lighter, meaning I can probably finally relax a little bit after today, but only a little bit. I still have a little bit more work to do, but after next week, things are gonna be a little bit better. And I think if it comes down to it, in one of my other videos, I am gonna link my Twitter for once. Yeah, I have a Twitter account, but just saying this now, if you do manage to find my Twitter name, which is a part of my name on this YouTube channel as it is, well, I'm not gonna say too much about it, but it's just don't say I didn't warn you when you check things out. Anyways, that's all for real. So, hope you have a good rest of your day, or a good night's rest, and ciao for now, people.